was so much to unpack.
When you said he was fucking the vacuum, was he sticking it in the nozzle?
Oh,
or
no.
in the actual
in
main
the
component?
nozzle, like the sucking part. Yeah.
So what kind of vacuum was it? Was it a handheld or one of the Dysons or what?
No, it was real sleek. Like it was really hot.
Oh no! I'll explain that story afterwards if you want. So basically, I think a bit of a max. I'm cutting a long story short because I've told this a few times before, but I used to work in a store that used to sell secondhand electronics, phones, games, consoles, all that kind of thing. So basically, I'm not going to start eating because this will go on too long if I do. But we used to buy and sell things, and a part of that was obviously testing stuff. So like you'd get a console in, you'd try the controllers, all the buttons, you'd like try the games, all that kind of thing. But we just do the same with phones. You do the test the touch screen, make sure it calls out and all that kind of thing. Run the IMEI to make sure it's not stolen, blah blah blah. But we got some weird customers. Honestly, I have stories for days about this. But one that came up, I don't remember the context of how that came up. Must have just been talking about my previous work. But there was just this guy who came in, and he seemed relatively normal from what I remember. But he came in with his phone and he was selling it, and then I was like in the there's like an area off to the side where I'm doing like my, you know, paperworky stuff, admin and whatnot, and being lazy. And then the supervisor who worked for me was like testing the phone. I turn around and he's like, he just goes to open it and he's going to test the camera, and there's just a video right there already opened with this man and his vacuum, and he's just doing stuff to the vacuum. And I was just like, I can't. So I was just like, I don't want to test this, and I don't want you to test it. So I was just like, oh no, we can't. And on top of this, it's like the guy's gonna come back, and we have to like tell him some reason why we can't buy it, and we gotta talk to him. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with him because I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face. So I think it was the supervisor at the time. And I don't know whether the guy meant it intentionally or what, but I'm just like, holy shit, it's like something out of a sitcom or something. And then the guy comes back, and it's just like, he was so normal. It's just kind of like, oh, it failed. And it's like, oh yeah, the signal was funny or whatever he said. And then he's just like, all right, yeah, that's weird. Jesus, fine for me. Oh well, thanks anyway. And takes the phone. I'm just like, oh my god, why? It was either intentional or and meant to show someone, like that's how he gets his kicks, or he just like forgot it was there. I don't know either way, but I'm like, why was it open if he didn't mean to show it? It's like, oh, this is my last chance to watch this instead of selling the phone. Oh, it's just disgusting. I don't know. I'm just so glad I didn't get like the whole thing. Like I got the very brief kind of like, what the fuck? Well, the poor supervisor's probably still in therapy over the thing. Oh my god, that is just disturbing. But there's so many stories from that. I don't want to go into a big lengthy story because I've told so many of them before, but they're just awful. I think that'll stay with the supervisor till they die. Unfortunately, very possible. Why does my camera stop focusing?